Community Link on Wish TV is brought to you by the Business Equity and Opportunity Show.
Thank you for joining us for Community Link. I'm Caroline Mays. On mission to create a community that celebrates and values diversity, Cricindy is committed to fostering an inclusive environment where everyone feels heard, respected, and valued while promoting the game of cricket. To tell us more is advisory board member Lav Jhanji. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Now, Lav, we in Indiana don't know much about cricket, so briefly give us a history of cricket. What is it and how's it played?
Absolutely. So cricket is probably one of the second most popular sport in the world. It's played pretty much everywhere. Now it's played in the United States as well. It's a very old game. It's very similar to baseball, where you have innings and you have runs and batsmen and bowlers. But in a nutshell, it used to be a 5-day game. Now it's just a 3-hour game, so it's not as long as it used to be. But a great game, just like baseball, a lot of involvement and a lot of defense and offense.
And it's being played here in Indy. Is it good for all ages?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. It's good for all ages. I would stay away from it once I hit 50, but, you know, right now I'm good. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
So you've correlated DEI and Cricindy here in Indianapolis, or cricket, I guess I should say,
Yep.
here in Indianapolis. How is that correlated together? You talk a lot about DEI,
Yes.
diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much. So back in 2015, Feroz Syed, the CEO of RACube, and I were discussing together how, with a focus on DEI, how we can create a forum or an event where people could come together and talk about diversity, equity, and inclusion, and not just talk about it, but learn from each other, learn from what the corporations in Indiana are doing. How do we put up something that's going to bring all these corporations together and talk about it freely and independently, right? So we're like, okay, let's think of a sport, and then that's when cricket came into play. We love cricket. But we were like, okay, let's use sport as a medium to get people together, you know, let go of their inhibitions, talk about it freely. Because the more we talk about diversity, equity, and inclusion, the better we can share our practices that we're doing in our companies and other companies are doing that are successful in doing so. So that's how it came to be.
So you're doing more, though, than just talking about cricket
Yes.
with these corporations or people here in Indianapolis. How are you promoting diversity, equity, and inclusion?
Absolutely. So obviously we put up this event every year. This is one of the big events that's, you know, everywhere, everybody knows about it. But we also do little events. We promote diversity, equity, inclusion learning hour in our company, you know, on a monthly basis, where we're talking about these topics freely. And also, just to give you an example, last year Lilly hosted us at their campus, and we talked about women in leadership, right, and about their success stories, about their struggles, because we pick a topic on diversity, equity, or inclusion every year and talk about and bring the leaders of the industry up front to talk about their struggles and their successes when it comes to DEI.
So those leaders are engaging then with the employees of the company?
Correct.
Do they also play the game?
Yes, we make it a point. So, you know, cricket is mostly played, you know, in European and Asian countries, right? And we were like, you know, we want people, we made it a mandate, sort of. We're like, hey, we have to include everybody, not just people who play cricket, but people who don't play cricket at all. You know, come in, join us. It's a big event. Family and friends are invited from the companies, and we make sure the C-levels are engaged as well. So everybody's on the field having a great time.
So why was Indianapolis chosen of all of these places, and what successes have you seen?
Yes. So I'm part of the SG Logics Group, which is founded by Feroz Syed and Sandeep Alam, who have 20 years of industry experience here. So this community the Indianapolis community has given us so much, right? And we were figuring out ways, how can we give back, right, to a community that has helped us so much. We've been here over 25 years now. What can we do to give back to the community? So we came up with this Cricindy. We were like, okay, let's do it in our hometown, you know, home base, and we'll get everybody involved. Community engagement was very important to us. And, you know, Infosys this year is hosting us at their new campus. So we were like, okay, great. So we've been fortunate to have the support of our community and also the community leaders, right, and Indianapolis corporate community leaders to come and support this journey on learning more about DEI and bringing it to the forefront of every conversation that we have.
How fun is that? How quickly, what's the date?
The date is August 25th. We're having the event at Infosys, and the 26th is the tournament at Grant Park. Please come and enjoy. Have a great time.
Sounds amazing, and sounds like it's so much fun.
It is a lot of fun.
Thanks
Yes,
a lot.
absolutely. Thank you so much, Caroline.
And thank you for joining us for this week's Community Link. To share this story or learn more, head to wishtv.com. We'll see you next week.